I ain't even gonna come on here and talk as crazy as I like to. Feel me? I'ma play it cool. I have been feeling absolutely whimsical though, and I got some things to say. I strongly dislike the Atlanta Falcons. Most of it is really just they fandom. Even though, very recently, this rivalry has been competitive, but more one-sided. Also, I don't know if I was in enemy territory during my viewing of this game or not, but Grandpa Matt Millen, good God to see a Falcons lover, it just made their evisceration even more satisfying. Apologies for missing last week, but even in the loss I was a bit satisfied with the performance. Some would just call it garbage time excellence. But outside of the absolutely horrific start, literally gave Arizona the game within the first 6 minutes. There were things on both sides of the ball to be very happy about. Starts with a great show of resilience, but both units look significantly improved. I was hoping that it may have served as a turning point for this team. And it may have been just that. Because week 3? Boy, now it's obvious where we must start. Ejiro, and that defense, holy Christ. Not the entire team, but the defense specifically done built up to that bludgeoning. To call a spade, week 1 was horrid, in every sense, in every way. Them boys was not prepared to play that day. Bad business. Last week was better, but yesterday was incredible. Ejiro seems to really be figuring it out and has that understanding for his personnel and is putting them in the positions to succeed. For as good as the defensive performance was, you don't get shutouts against professional football teams without a great amount of mistakes from the ops. Atlanta sucks. They did not play well. I loved it. The legend of Young Ho lives on. Michael Penix was cheeks. But I don't want to mention none of that at all downplay what Carolina went out there and did. Very disciplined in all aspects, especially in their run fits, making things real hard for Bijan. But what about it is making the praise Ejiro is receiving so strong? It's easy to look and say that the youngest played more this week. Feel me, Patrick Jones was out, leading the Knicks scored and getting the start. Princely himself played about half the snaps, as did Lathan Ransom. And that's the one. Cause look, I ain't saying Trayvon Merritt can't cover or nothing like that, but in them first 2 games, he was out there in coverage getting played with. The fact of the matter is that he is a linebacker. The closer to the line of scrimmage he is, the better. Boy was out there taking niggas' food and is an excellent blitzer. Dude is a chess piece that you gotta move around. Let him do a little bit of everything. In football nowadays, we know that nickel is essentially your base defense. That's where Shaw come in. So with that, and to put Trayvon closer to the line where he thrives, Ejiro frequently brought out the dime look, bringing Lathan in, and great heavens, them boys was causing hell. Whether it was preseason or real action, Ransom ain't did nothing but make plays. Was great in coverage, superb against the run, and forced the late fumble to secure the shutout. Keep giving him his PT, please. Even showed him some funky looks, letting Shaw run some safety in the cover too. It was beautiful. Speaking of Shaw Smith-Wade, he may deserve the game ball. He was active. Secured his first career pick 6 on a very regular play. Completely buried Atlanta as Penix just blindly threw to the flat. Shout out Mike. That boy was flustered. Jesus. This team DC been under constant fire. A good bit was deserved, I ain't gonna lie. But he was masterful in this one. Now, for all the good, personally I am concerned. Just hear me out though. This defense has been really good the past couple weeks. But this was not supposed to remotely be really a strong point of this team. It has been so far, which was another reason that week 2 loss was so heartbreaking. But this offense, I look at it like this. Dave Canales himself needed some time to warm up. He been cool. It's just, if I'm being frank, at this current point in time, my confidence in the weaponry is quite low. Tetairoa McMillan is definitely ain't have his best performance against Atlanta. Left some on the table, had drops, but I promise you I ain't worried about him at all. 2 things I will say though. 2 hands. He like to go for them one-handers. He capable of it, yeah. And they sexy, but we need to see both of them miss. Also too, things do get a little more interesting against press. Going back to him coming out, I always thought he can't separate versus press. Niggas was always overblowing it, but again, things do get a little more interesting against press. Hopefully a healthy Gonzo can suit up, because I need to see that. I ain't gonna name or mention nobody else in the receiving core, because I ain't trying to remotely make this a slander session. This is a very positive week in the city at the end of the day. The skill set of a healthy Jalen Coker is absolutely missing. And I really think Jimmy Horn can contribute, but hey. Matter of fact, no. I had my reasons for wanting to see some Jimmy Horn, but if I could get my point across with one singular play, I really think XL should be the one running this, but if you want a little nigga running a clear out so bad, instead of Hunter Renfrow, why not make it whatever, bro? I am ready though to say something I've been wanting to say. Wanted to play it cool after week 1 though. It was only one game. This team needs to sell their soul to trade for a receiver. I want DJ Moore back home. It was an offseason full of reunions. Amari definitely touched down in Vegas and immediately retired, but that's besides the point. I know Sir Denniston don't want to be in Chicago, dude. I don't know what it'd take to get him back, but it need to happen, I'm serious. This core pass catches just ain't doing it. Ain't gonna do it. More firepower is needed. I do believe some of the shortcomings and just misses we've seen from the offense through the first 3 come from a lack of chemistry. I will take every opportunity I can to hammer home the fact that I hated how Dave Canales handled this preseason, but it's cool. The timing between Bryce and a couple guys clearly just ain't there. Yeah, JT Sanders out now too, which, Jesus. Listen, week 3 was one of the best times I've had being a fan of this team in a while, and I hope it was something the team can build on moving forward. Because I'm looking at these next 4 games and nigga, nothing here is easy whatsoever, but they are all winnable. And if Carolina win 3 of these Jones, I'm telling you right now that the delusion will be on 100 and I may become completely unbearable.